Refined, cracking the case of the iconic fortune cookie.
Where do the fortunes come from?
There's a wise Chinese man in the background with the Smith Corona typewriter typing them out for us.
The sweet secrets inside a busy Seattle business. Plus, people watching at its finest. Freaks and geeks let loose at this weekend's Emerald City Comic-Con. And
Ross, no. No. How did you know I'm here?
our Refined roundtable braces for a Bachelor backlash tonight in what may be the most intense season finale ever.
She looks like she's being held hostage.
Seattle Refined starts now. Hi everybody, welcome to Seattle Refined. I'm Gard Swanson. I really don't believe in fortune tellers, but I do believe in fortune cookies. You can always count on them for little pearls of wisdom. For example, I recently got one that said, "Don't eat the paper." And you know what? That really struck a chord with me. But there are two things I didn't know until recently about fortune cookies. One, they actually originated in San Francisco, not China. And two, there's a Seattle spot turning out tons of fortune cookies and noodles every single day. Refined's John Prentice had to see it for himself.
Wise Seattleites know the International District is the place to go for the best noodles in the city. And oodles of those noodles are made here.
We are here right now at the Suchong Noodle and Fortune Cookie Factory in Seattle, Chinatown International District. We've been in business for over 100 years now. 1917, my great-grandfather came here as a worker. And at that time, there was no noodle factory here in Seattle. And so he saw a business opportunity and started into it. We are probably the biggest noodle factory in the Pacific Northwest, and we service the states of Washington, Idaho, Montana, and Oregon.
Dough is stretched and formed by these giant machines, rolled up, and fed to this monster shredder.
It cuts a lot of dough into noodles. We make over 10,000 pounds of noodle products here daily.
Holy smokes, that's a lot of noodles.
That is a lot of dough.
So what's going on over there?
So right here we're making rice noodle. It's actually 3 parts water to 1 part rice. Very popular amongst Thai cuisine.
It's pretty amazing how it goes in liquid on the one side and comes out as noodles on the other.
It is steamed for 40 seconds and you get a sheet of rice noodles.
Amazing. Timothy says Suchong Company has been churning out their Rose brand noodle products for 4 generations. But it was Timothy's grandmother who brought perhaps their most famous product to Seattle back in the 50s.
Well, she found out that there were fortune cookie equipment down in San Francisco, so we went down to the Bay Area and bought several machines, and first generation machine, she had to hand fold and stuff these things.
Oh my goodness.
Very tedious process.
Now, machines like this do all the work.
How many cookies do you guys sell a year?
A year is quite a big number. How about I break it down to a day? We make over 80,000 cookies.
First, a perfect dollop of batter drops onto a tiny pan, passes through a literal inferno, and
When the pancakes come out, they're still soft and pliable, and that's where the fortune cookies are mechanically stuffed and folded.
Where do the fortunes come from?
There's a wise Chinese man in the background with the Smith Corona typewriter typing them out for us.
not true. Timothy says there is a wise man in the Bay Area who writes the fortune for nearly every fortune cookie in the U.S. But Timothy says at Suchong, you can be the master of your own destiny.
If a customer wants to put their own message in and customize it, we do that as well.
That's a good way to mess with your friends.
Of course, or you could be serious too.
John Prentice, Seattle Refined.
Do you have a story idea? Let us know at hello@seattlerefined.com. Seattle is full of quirky gems, but this next stop may top the list. Refined photographer Cy Bean recently checked out a place that is part laundromat, part donut joint, and part teriyaki restaurant. It's called King Donuts, and apparently it's a legacy in Rainier Beach. We're told it has new owners and they've made slight changes to the menu, like adding pad thai, but they promise to keep the place the same. For more information, head to seattlerefined.com. Also hot on the website right now, one of our most popular galleries of the year. Emerald City Comic-Con wrapped up yesterday, and the costumes did not disappoint. The 4-day event brings thousands of self-proclaimed geeks to Seattle every year. To check out the photo galleries, head to seattlerefined.com. The characters at Comic-Con were awesome, but nothing tops a baby in a costume. Better yet, a baby dressed as a burrito. If you find that adorable, then you will love a spot in Seattle's Greenwood neighborhood.
Check out in the can or in the bottle. We like food here. This is the real thing.
When it comes to burritos, bigger is better at Gorditos in Greenwood.
The biggest one is a challenge that's 10 pounds and 6 tortillas. It's a challenge and nobody's done it yet.
But it's not the monster food that put this place on the map. It's the extra side of cuteness that comes with the Burrito Grande, aka the baby burrito.
In like 2000, a longtime customer of ours had a baby and they brought it in. They're like, oh, it's the size of a burrito. And we made a joke about it. And my mom took the plate and held the burrito, and we got the first one. I decided that I wanted to fill the restaurant with baby photos because I thought they were amazing. And so I just started telling people to bring your kid in, and we just start giving you a free burrito if we could take a photo of it. And that's how the wall started. And we have like I think 100 more photos downstairs.
And I'll let the folks take care of that.
We wanted to add to the baby burrito wall of fame. So we called on refined photographer Cy Bean and 2 tiny tamales for an adorably appetizing photo shoot. Side note, the parents were all on board.
So right now, I'm going to be photographing the 10-pound burrito with a little baby, and I have to say this is definitely probably one of the first times I've ever done this in my career so far. So it's as pretty much as Seattle refined as it can get.
Oh, this is fantastic. This is fantastic. I've been here several times, and you see all the photos of the babies next to the burritos. I'm glad I got to see it in person.
Here we go.
Cy wasn't finished yet. It was time to step up the baby burrito game.
The next plan is we're going to get the baby and we're going to wrap it in tin foil to make it look like a burrito itself.
So cute, I could just eat you up. But I'll stick to this one.
That's a wrap for Refine's first baby burrito photo shoot. Now it's time to unwrap our models.
We have a new swaddling technique, I guess, when we get home.
Oh, you don't like that?
I'm just kidding, sweetheart.
To check out our adorable photo gallery, head to SeattleRefined.com. Seattle Refined is just getting started. The cabin hideaway where the price is right and the digs are adorable. But first,
so they wake up in the morning, and Ari's outfit was the most appalling thing I've seen all season.
Our Bachelor Roundtable goes for the juggler as we gear up for a finale rumored to go down in flames. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Refined. I'm Gard Swanson. Tonight is the night right here on KOMO 4. It's the Bachelor finale, and rumor has it the episode ends with one of the most brutal moments in Bachelor history. Our Refined Roundtable gets you ready for the stressful season finale.
So unless you've been completely off social media, you kind of have an idea this might be one of the more dramatic Bachelor finales that has gone down in years. Ari's already basically been quoted saying that he knows he's gonna get tons of backlash when this airs tonight. So we're all bracing for something that's really, really crazy, and I think all of America's gonna be watching.
I don't really know anything about it. I'm on social media, but the only thing I know is Brandon told me that there was gonna be a Wozniak? Is that who pulled the
Mesnick.
A Mesnick.
Wozniak is the guy from Apple.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Okay, but we're getting ahead of ourselves a little bit. Let's get us all caught up, because we had the Fantasy Suite dates last week. Yeah, Fantasy Suite dates. Those were pretty romantic, and it starts off with Kendall. Hello! How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm so good.
Yeah, Kendall's been my girl all season, my dark horse favorite. And I appreciated her date because you know what? They went and had some fun.
This date definitely fits my personality. I love adrenaline things.
The guy has the personality of a brick wall. At least Kendall brought something out of him a little bit.
Dune buggying is like a relationship, you know? There's ups and downs. And it's scary, but also so exciting.
I also have an issue in the dune buggies with the fact that they weren't wearing any helmets. Like this did not look safe at all.
I think this is where we get out.
So after dune bugging, they go back and they have a romantic drinks, and Kendall basically says, listen, I wasn't sure if I was there on this about marriage and proposal, but basically tells them, yes, I am falling in love with you.
I really love how you make me feel like Like, I don't know, I just feel like emotionally, like I can trust you with me.
They make out and wake up in the morning and cook breakfast together and have a nice old time. So after that whole date, I feel pretty good about Kendall.
See, I feel much better about Kendall than I do about Lauren B., who was our next date.
If Ari has the conversational prowess of a brick wall, then Lauren B has the conversational prowess of a cardboard box.
Going into today's date, I am excited. Hey, there's a plane behind you.
I know. It's so beautiful.
And she looks like she's being held hostage. She's not smiling, but I have to hand it to her. I mean, a no-brainer. She's like, yes, accepts the fantasy suite with them.
The amount of times that they said I love you to each other felt so forced to me.
I feel good. I love you.
I feel good too.
So they wake up in the morning, and Ari's outfit was the most appalling thing I've seen all season. He looked like he was about to, he looked like he was a dad who was about to go to the Y to play pickup hoops.
And then we have Becca's date. Blah, blah, blah. They do the fantasy suite. They wake up. They make out. Great. You feel good about it. But then the big twist of the entire episode and what we've been waiting for is all season, an ex-boyfriend shows up.
They were together for 7 years and have been broken up for a year. And he literally arrives on Ari's door in Peru saying, I want my girl back.
I came here to get her because she's the one for me. So But do you think she feels that way? That's what I'm here to find out.
And then as soon as Becca opens the door, she's like, no. And I knew you were gonna do this.
Ross, no. Like, no. How did you know I'm here?
I feel for the guy because he signed a release to be on this show, and he did not come out looking good.
No matter what, Beck, it always comes back to you. No matter where I go or what I do, my head and my heart, they just always come back to you.
Of all the people, Becca and Ari end up staying the night in a tent. It's like, really, that was the fantasy suite?
Isn't this awesome?
This is so cute. Like, can I move in?
I was worried about the toilet situation. Like, where was the toilet at?
Yeah, there was none.
And so then we finally get to the three, and he lets Kendall go.
But he does it in a really nice way, I think.
I know that we weren't at the same place as everyone else, and I kind of felt that.
And was it just me, or did Kendall look a little bit relieved?
Yes. Kendall looked relieved. So now we have our final two. So tonight's gonna be crazy. Hold on tight.
The 3-hour Bachelor finale airs tonight at 8 o'clock right here on Como 4. It's followed by a live show of After the Rose tomorrow night. Coming up, the A-lister investing into a Northwest company. Plus, the spot where people come for the food but stay for the doggy bags. Welcome back to the show. I'm Garth Swanson. You know, I'm not a big gin fan. I'm more of a tequila guy. But according to one of the biggest actors in Hollywood, the Northwest is home to the best tasting gin in the world. That bold statement came from Ryan Reynolds, aka Deadpool, about Portland's own Aviation Gin. In fact, Reynolds loved it so much, he just announced that he's now an owner of the company. Congrats to him and Aviation Gin. Portland is home to a lot more than just good gin. We recently traveled south to the Rose City and found a restaurant where the designer doggy bags are just as popular as the food. Sitting under the Morrison Bridge on the east side of Portland, Le Bistro Montage is a must. Sophisticated Creole cuisine is its signature, and the mac and cheese is money. But stealing the spotlight every night, their showcase event, wrapping up leftovers. So then you say any leftover.
Any leftover. You could ask me for 3 noodles.
And that's it?
A cornbread muffin. Yeah, we love doing it. We love wrapping it. It's definitely part of the fun here.
So I got a piece of jalapeno in here. You would have wrapped that up for me, just that one?
I would have, yes.
It's the ultimate doggy bag, and they're known coast to coast. In fact, the only thing better than the food might be the foil art. You name the animal, and June Park will create it.
Frog, alligator, snake, cobra, squirrel, rabbit, a chair, cat sitting on a chair.
You're kind of like Noah's Ark.
Yes, I don't know why animals, but animals people love.
Including the rat.
Including the rat. That's one of my favorites.
You are an artist.
Just have fun.
So why do you guys do this?
It's been a tradition going way back, and I think it's definitely become part of Montage experience. People, all the customers know about it when they come in here, and oftentimes you see people anxious sitting there, not, they're done eating. You can tell people are sitting, pushed back, politely waiting.
Right. Waiting for their
yeah, and oh my God, and kids, little kids.
Of course, I needed one of those doggy bags, so I headed back to the kitchen to get a healthy portion of their creamy Cajun mac and cheese. On busy nights, they'll pump out 1,000 dishes of this stuff.
We're really popular with the nightclub crowd. We're up until about 4 o'clock in the morning. So after all the bars let out about 2:30, we get a really big push of nightclub people, and they like to soak up that alcohol with some macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, so if you're drinking, you got a big buzz, nothing like mac and cheese in a Montage,
sober you up a little bit, then you get that Uber ride home.
All right, I gotta try this.
Oh yeah.
All right, so what's the name of this mac again?
So this is called the Spoiled Macaroni. The name comes from the cross between our old macaroni and our spicy macaroni. It's kind of a...
And there's no special way to eat it?
No, you just shovel it in your face.
Spice kicks in a little bit late.
Oh yeah,
that's good.
Cajun seasoning. We use the Cajun seasoning here for everything.
All right, I can't eat all this.
Yeah.
So what do I do with it?
So when you're done with it, you can ask your server, your busser, to wrap it up and make you some tinfoil art.
All right. Server, let's go! Let's go, server! Man, I really love the store, but what are we going to do with this mac and cheese?
Well, you're going to take it to go.
Look how cute that is.
There you go.
It's the Mac Rabbit. Oh, I love it. Nice work. To see more stories about the Rose City, just head to our website and search Portland. We'll be right back, but first, a refined, shareable moment.
My intent is for it to be super messy. My name is Ken McCoy, and we're here at the Horny Ram. So I wanted to do something a little fun and ridiculous, so then pancakes came to mind. Lots of maple syrup, lashings of maple syrup. What can go wrong? Absolutely not.
Seattleites love a good cabin getaway, and we recently found a gem in the woods that is really quaint. Check out this rental in Ashford, not far from Mount Rainier. It's nicknamed Hebe's Hideout, but we're not sure why. The one-bedroom cabin was recently remodeled. It comes with Wi-Fi and a flat-screen TV so you don't feel completely isolated. The adorable cabin will run you about $167 per night through VRBO. To learn more, head to SeattleRefined.com. Also on our website right now, one of my favorite stories of the week. 2 Western Washington teens have created a Rubik's Cube for the blind. The high school seniors from Vancouver replaced the colored squares with various textures. The 2 friends have a pretty cool story about how they came up with the idea. To check it out, head to SeattleRefined.com. All right, that's going to do it for today's show. I'm Gart Swanson. Thanks for joining us here on Seattle Refined. We'll see you next time.